Hello everyone, I am Soraia Felicio. Talk about investigate the perception of the elderly population about confidence, safety, and security when you use active mode. This study is one of the results of the Safe City project. The Safe City project is a partnership between Faculty of Engineer and Science at the Porto University and Bosch company. Here is the agenda that I follow. I start with introduction that I talk about goals, research question, contribution, etc. After that, I talk about literature review, methodology, data, results in discussion, conclusion, the future works. Our motivation for this study is regarding the encouragement of the use of active mode, because active mode is modes of transport that less polluting. Active modes include this cycling and walking, and additionally, active mode is one of the solutions for the sustainable development of cities. There are several studies regarding the importance of perception of safety, security, and comfort as factors in the choice of transport modes. This importance regarding this perception is even more unusual in the case of more vulnerable population, for example, older population. Now, our research question that we raise are: first question, what indicators related to the perception of comfort, safety, and security are more important for people above 56 years old? And what is the relative importance attributed to the indicators on the use of active modes by the age group of 56 years old? So, our goals of this study is to evaluate the user preference regarding the comfort, safety, and security in urban areas that using active mode for users above 56 years old. Our contribution of this study are first contribution. We identify of the indicator related to perceived comfort, safety, and security that are most important to people over 56 years old. Second contribution, we built a rank of relative importance of these indicators on the use active mode by these age groups over that is people over 56 years old. We intend is to help with this study to develop of tools and public policy aimed at the older population. Now, in terms of the literature review, our criteria for the choice these works regarding this study, we consider behavior of the people in the use active modes and factors that affect the choice of active modes of transport by the older population in terms of the perception of comfort, safety, and security. We use the scope repository with active modes and elderly, like keywords. This search returned 22 documents, 13 documents we didn't use, 9 documents we used. Our criteria for the choice work is disregarded. First criteria, relation to medical field. Second criteria regarding the infrastructure of the street. And third criteria regarding the works with more than 10 years old. Second search, we consider active mode and elderly and random forest like keywords. This search didn't return documents. Finally, third search, we consider active mode and random forest as keywords. This search returned 4 documents, 2 documents didn't use, 2 documents we used. Our criteria for this choice, in terms the disregarding this word, war. This works relation to shop habits and psychology area, more specific emotion recognized. Now, in terms of the data that we used, an online questionnaire that was conducted between August 2021 and August 2022 with 660 participants with 7 answers that discarded because these answers regarding the missing values and inconsistency. So a total of 653 answers we considered in this study. For answers, we used a Likert scale between 1 and 5, or 1 means not important and 5 means very important. Still the data, this table show age groups that we used in this study. We concentrate 7 age groups into 2 age groups. 2 age groups regarding between 0 and 55 years old, with 535 answers that represents 81.93%, and other age groups that we consider in this study above 56 years old, with 118 answers that represent 18.07%. Still data. This table shows the relation between dimension and indicator. Thus, dimension, distance time dimension related to adequate travel distance and time. Comfort dimension, absences of allergenics, air quality, adequate thermal sensation, adequate noise level, adequate crowd density, existence of commercial areas, existence of green areas. Safety and security dimension, regarding the adequate speed limit of the street, adequate visual appearance, adequate surveillance level, adequate traffic volume, good street illumination. Our methodology, we follow as first step, we clean data regarding of the questionnaire answers. After that, we did the social demographic analysis, descriptive statistics, Wilson ranking, some tests, random forest algorithm as analysis of the results. About the Wilson rank test, this statistical test had the intention to compare two populations whose samples are independent. That is, they are not paired from original data. Our new hypothesis H0 regarding the two population location are the same, and the alternative hypothesis H1 relation to the location of population A. Population A is between 0 and 55 age groups, is different from the location of population B. Population B is above 56 years old age group. Still methodology about the random forest algorithm. Random forest algorithm is a supervised learning technique. This technique works by assuming that each filter is a root node of a decision tree, and the set of filters forms the forest. This forest built aims to assess the importance of the variables and those that most contributed to the model's predictions. In this case, these techniques is used to calculate the relative importance of each filter. That means that is indicator as a function of the answer given by the survey participant returning a vector with this importance. This vector is what we are interested in. Now, about the results and discussion in terms of descriptive statistics, we show two figures. The first figure is regarding the proportion of respondents who walk more than 2 kilometers per day. We note in this graphic that older population that is above 56 years old age groups walk as much as younger population. The younger population, that means 25 below 25 years old age groups. The figure beside regarding the proportion of respondents who cycle more than 2 kilometers per day, we observe that the intermediate population, that is 36 between 36 and 55 years old age groups, bicycle more in relation other age groups. Still, results and discuss in terms of Wilson ranking some tests. Consider a statistical significance of 5%. In first results, in first result, we observe that indicator adequate travel distance and time and the existence of commercial areas were given more importance by age group between 0 and 55 years old, with p-values of 0.010 and 0.015 respectively. Second result, we note that indicators absence of allergen and the existence of green areas were given more importance by age groups 56 plus, with p-values of 0.002 and 0.004 respectively. Still, results and discussion in terms of the random forest algorithm, we observe in first figure in these indicators of the more importance to less importance in terms of the age groups between 0 and 55 years old. Here show adequate thermal sensation with more importance. After that, absence of allergenics, adequate crowd density, adequate speed limit of the street, adequate traffic volume, adequate noise level, adequate street visual appearance, existence of commercial area, adequate travel distance time, adequate surveillance level, air quality, existence of green areas, and good street illumination. In figure beside, relating to age group above 56 years old, we note of the more importance to less importance that air quality indicator is more important. After that, adequate travel distance and time, adequate crowd density, adequate thermal sensation, absence of allergen, good street illumination level, adequate traffic volume, adequate noise level. Other indicators didn't have relative importance. That is this relative importance is equal to 0. Finally, our conclusion in the future works in terms of the first research question: what indicator related to the perception of comfort and safety and security are more important for people above 56 years old? As answer, Wilson-Hanson test for independent sample was applied to answer this question. We consider the comparison of the two age groups under analysis. The results show that first result, the indicator adequate travel distance time and the existence of commercial areas were perceived as having more importance for the between 0 and 55 age groups than the above 56 years old age group. Second result in this relation to this question, the indicators absence of allergenic and the existence of green areas were perceived as having more importance for the 56 plus age groups than the between 0 and 55 age group. About the second research question, what is the relative importance attributed to the indicator on the use of active mode by the age groups of over 56 years old, the random forest techniques answer this question. These techniques was applied for the age groups above 56 years old that application returned the following relative importance of the indicator. We sorted from most importance to less importance. With air quality as most important. After that, adequate travel distance and time, adequate crowd density, adequate thermal sensation, absence of allergen, good street illumination level, adequate traffic volume, and adequate noise level. So, our suggestion for future work is more study, use active mode for older population. With intention to encourage more people they use active mode and public policy directed toward the improvement of infrastructure and get along with other means of transport promoting city more sustainable. Furthermore, other idea for future work could include study the difference and the importance of these indicators with respect to country of residence. Thank you so much by your attention.